Hi, my name is Morsel, and today I will show you some podcast highlights. Starting at Mr. B's asking Logan if they purposely put forever chemicals on Prime.
Tell me you don't purposely just put, forever chemicals in your drink to...
Bro, we were shocked. Yeah. Me and him are talking, we're like, yo, what do people
You don't
think
just
this is?
bust open barrels of forever chemicals and dump that in there?
Like, what do you think this is? Like some rinky-dink operation where that's like what we're trying to like... I don't even want to say, it's so stupid, dude. Yeah. People are so dumb. As much as I believe in people and like the up and coming generations and the world, and I hope we're headed in the right spot, I just am. It never ceases to amaze me how dumb people are.
Trump takes on aliens.
That we have aliens coming, flying around or whatever.
What do you think?
There's no reason not to. I mean, there's no reason not to think that Mars and all these planets don't have life, because
Mars, we've had probes there and rovers, and I don't think there's any life there.
Well, maybe it's life that we don't know, but maybe
there was life there at one point in time. This is a speculation about Mars, that Mars had an atmosphere at one point in time, a long time ago, that could support life. It also had large bodies of water, but we've had no evidence of even bacterial life that exists on Mars. But the universe is pretty vast.
It's not been a big thing for me. I mean, when I looked at what China did to this, they would have never done it with me, where they put the balloon up, and a lot of people thought for a little while that was one of these things. So,
well, that's a lot of the speculation too, that some of these drones that hover over battleships, that these are Chinese drones.
Why Mr. Beast always talk about YouTube?
Why do you only talk about YouTube, you weirdo? But I don't consider that as bullying. I just consider it as I was just a weirdo and I deserved it because that's all I talked about when I was a little kid.
And look at you now.
Yeah.
Why when you...
I still only talk about YouTube. And occasionally Lunchly now.
Joe Rogan, Floyd Mayweather, and KSI take on Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight.
Here's the thing. He is 57 years old. He will be 58 when they fight. He has had a long fighting career. He has been knocked out by massive men like Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield. He's had a lot of blows. And he's also doing this very unique kind of training with electrical muscular stimulation.
So now we don't want you to back out the block. And I told you before, that was easy work. I just feel like he's a tough competitor. A-level far as being able to market him, and can he be a household name? Probably in due time, but right now, he's a B-level fighter.
Millions and millions. Everyone's gonna know him as the guy that knocked out Mike Tyson.
Well, I don't think he's gonna knock him out. I will say.
But imagine he gets knocked out by Mike Tyson.
That would suck.
Well, yeah,
that would suck. So that's where it's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
But the win would be the fact that it's on fucking Netflix, one of the first live sporting events. And bro, for both Mike and Jake, the bag. Like at what point you can't. I don't know if you could say no.
Has there been any videos that have come out past the 4 year? That 4 year ago video that's been getting 4 years ago, 3 years ago, he was hitting hard.
I still think he can hit hard.
Yeah,
but can he take hits, dude? At his age, if you get hit by one solid Jake Paul punch,
Mike Tyson sent Jake Paul to the Shadow Realm.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
You just tell us the emotions, the thoughts that are going through your mind right now.
Talking's over.
Why did you push him there? All right, that's it. That's it for Mike Tyson. Again, why did he do that to you?
I didn't even feel it. He's angry. He's an angry little elf. Mike Tyson, I thought that was a cute slap, buddy, but tomorrow you're getting knocked out. I'm up, Ariel.
Here are some Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul highlights.
But they would see, the right hand grazes Mike Tyson by Jake Paul. That would have been a good shot.
Going to face Mike Tyson. We are putting the real and surreal, and Tyson in his trademark coming out fast. Or how fast he can be at 58, Roy Jones.
He's very fast at 58 still, as you saw right there. He's still chasing Jake around the ring like that.
Again, these are 2-minute rounds. Tyson requested the 2-minute rounds, wanting to see more action. He just landed the overhand right.
Landed his jab right there that really knocked Jake back. I think that's his most effective punch of the round. But they would see, the right hand grazes Mike Tyson by Jake Paul. That would have been a good shot.
Logan Paul and Jake take on Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight.
Some people were disappointed in Mike's performance. They thought Mike would give more. Because you see these videos of him going crazy hard on those pads, doing that.
Yep, and people are like, oh, it's rigged because look at him on the pads, but he didn't do this in the fight. Because someone's punching back, you dumb. It's like, people don't realize my power.
That is true.
And my jab and my speed and my ability and my footwork to get out of the way of those punches. So then all of a sudden he's throwing at literally air.
Donald Trump will stop the war.
You look at what's happened to Ukraine. If I were there, it would have never happened.
But what could you do now? If you get into office in January, what could you do now?
Right now, you would get both of them. I know both very well. And again, I do not want to tell you, for the purpose of looking smart to fight people that, that say, oh, he was great. Because if I told you exactly what I do, I could never make the deal. All I can tell you is that I would meet with Putin and I would meet with him, and I know exactly what I'd say to each one of them. And I believe that as president-elect, I would get that war stopped, and stopped fast.
Donald Trump take on immigrants.
I don't know of anybody that wants open borders. Nobody's ever come up to me and say, President, you got to let the world come into our country.
Right.
Now, if they won, so they have 21 million, I think it's much higher than that because you have gotaways. Gotaways where they just walk in, they walk in. But and the other thing you have is human traffickers. You have traffickers, and they traffic in women, and they're going wild now. We used to, where you have to look? The trunk of cars. Can you believe it? They put women in trunks. They'll put 3 women in a trunk. These people are savages. They're horrible. The worst people. And they're making the kind of money they make on drugs, they're almost making on trafficking now. And the thing that's made it hot is the internet. That's what, you think of it almost as an ancient thing, but it's the internet. But who would want to have these things? Who would want to have, there's so many, the transgender operations, where they're allowed to take your child when he goes to school and turn him into a male.
Jake Paul and Logan Paul take on Donald Trump as a president.
How are the people that are going to be running the country just like the most random hodgepodge of experts in their own field? It's never been done, but the state of the world, UAPs, man, like what the fuck is happening?
I don't know what's happening, but it feels good. It feels like America's back. And that's the way it should be. It shouldn't be politicians in these roles. It should be people who are actually qualified.
I think America is going to be fed up with the typical idea of politician.
Donald Trump wished Kamala would join the podcast.
Can you imagine Kamala doing this show?
I could imagine her doing this show.
She'd be laying on the floor.
She was supposed to do it, and she might still do it, and I hope she does.
She's not going to.
I will talk to her like a human being. I will try to have a conversation with her. If she did this kind of an interview
with you, I hope she does, because it would be a mess. She'd be laying on the floor comatose. You'd be saying, call in the medic.
Logan Paul asks XQC if he has ADHD.
Do you have ADHD or something?
No.
ADD?
Well, I do kind of, not really anymore. I don't know what happened anymore. I haven't taken that test in a long time.
Because you talk fast as well, and you have an accent.
Yeah, I enjoy
it. I've noticed that too. Like my thoughts at one point in my life worked like that, but I think there's just too much drugs and stuff, and they slowed down.
Yeah.
But do you find yourself able to do you often lose your way on the journey to the final goal of what you were trying to say?
Yeah. But I think that's fun though,
because you just go somewhere else instead.
Yeah, it's fun. I think I'll play the.
Excuse explains what is the in real life stream meta he likes.
The thing with IRL is that there was metas in how IRL was being done, right? So at first it was the Pokemon Go meta, right? That was the biggest break in IRL ever. That's what really made it happen. After that, Twitch caved in and said, okay, we'll do IRL, and then people did a backpack with a little camera. Yep. And then now people do either the phone thing or somebody records them, right? I'm kind of old school. I really enjoy my own POV thing. I really enjoyed back in the days. My IRL, what I thrived in was I'm just gonna go outside and we'll do whatever. I don't have a plan. I don't have anything scripted, whatever. Whatever happens. And it's my POV and it's fun. And it didn't feel like a studio. It didn't feel like I'm being filmed. It didn't feel like, oh, I have to do this. It feels like I want to do this, And it was very pure. And I feel like since I had that level of purity, now it's like, if I do IRL, anything that isn't that,
XQC used to get banned not playing games.
You used to get banned for not playing a game on Twitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
So people had to invent strategies just to remain in a gaming setting, right? and still be like more interactive and more social.
Got it.
So like Soda Pop and really thrived in the questing girls in the WoW content. So he would like talk to girls or whatever while he's playing WoW in the background. But WoW was like nobody's watching the game at that point, right? He was just. But I forgot the question again.
How does that happen to you a lot?
Yeah, I have a lot because I go on a train of thought and it's like.